Hello everyone, what's happening? It's Richard here. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. It has been an incredibly long time since I have seen any of you guys. Now, while I've been gone, a lot of awesome things have happened, and I mean a lot of awesome things have happened. I mean, ever since then, we've had a few more movies released in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've heard some news about DC's upcoming cinematic universe. We've seen character images and whatnot. Still haven't received a trailer. Warner Brothers. And of course, DC and Marvel have two big, game-changing events happening. DC's got their Convergence storyline, and Marvel has Secret Wars. So again, lots of crazy stuff has happened, and I haven't had the chance to talk to you guys about a lot of that stuff. And strangely enough, this video is actually about me talking about something I've already talked about, so I'm not even going to get to talk about that stuff. Go figure. But I have been keeping active on social media, Twitter, Vine, Facebook, so if you want to know any of my opinions on that stuff, link down below. Check out my stuff. Follow me on all those thingies, please. Recently, I have had a marathon of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I've watched all the films thus far, and it just so happens the Avengers is coming out. The new Avengers is coming out later this year. Well, not too far off, May, April? I forget. I don't know. It's coming soon. Ipso facto, it was good timing. I guess it kind of changed my opinion on a lot of them a little bit, and so I thought I would do an official ranking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films thus far. So here it is. My rankings of the MCU films from worst to best. Normally an optimistic guy, but I thought I'd start at the bottom and work my way up. So my pick for the worst film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Thor: The Dark World. And yes, I do have the sweet Loki cover. Got it at Target. On sale. Now, I don't by any means think this is a bad movie. It's just this is the one I was the most disappointed in. The first Thor film is actually my second to last least favorite in the franchise. And I say this because I feel like Thor is a character that Marvel just kind of threw in there. You know what I mean? But Chris Hemsworth, for sure, does a fantastic job in the role. He really owns it. He's tough. He's strong, with that Australian accent, which I can't do, so I'm not going to try to attempt it. It's just narratively and even tonally at times, it just feels like they don't really know what to do. So, unfortunately, those two movies are at the bottom for me. Next up, we have Iron Man 2, which should come as no surprise. I mean, I will say this, while it feels more like an Avengers prequel than an actual Iron Man sequel, it does work narratively speaking. It just feels like they're trying to just force Avengers on you in this movie and not really focus on Iron Man. So that hasn't changed. That still remains the same as far as that opinion on that goes. Now this next one might actually be mainly disagreed on. I probably should have put a disclaimer in front of this video saying, opinions, warning, I have them. But anyways, yes, my next film is The Avengers. This film I've had various differing feelings upon. On the upside, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's hysterical at times, it's got great characterization, great chemistry amongst the entire cast, and of course it gets bonus points for me because they filmed it in Cleveland, which, it's an hour away from me. But I still don't love it. There's not much of a narrative, a lot of the jokes fall flat. It definitely at times seems like it's trying to be more of a comedy, but it does have those classic superhero elements to it that are really good. And the Joss Whedon dialogue is fantastic, and it redeemed Black Widow when I thought she was just okay in Iron Man 2, but she was a lot better in the Avengers. So, yeah. Next up, we have Iron Man 3. I almost actually put this closer to the bottom, or at least before Avengers, as far as worst to best. Mainly because this movie is a giant ripoff of The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, even down to the freaking complaints about the movie that are eerily similar to the ones of The Dark Knight Rises. I don't care which one you think is better. You can't help but notice that there are a lot of similar story beats between the two films. I mean, clean slate. They both feature the main character rarely ever in his superhero costume. They both have weird twists. That being said, while that is a huge complaint that I have about the film, I still find it enjoyable. Simply because I think Shane Black was such a perfect choice to direct an Iron Man film. His tone for the film is like the perfect tone, I think. And this one features, in my opinion, the best performance from Robert Downey Jr. in any of the Iron Man films by far. Next up is the film I call the underdog of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Incredible Hulk. Literally, there's so many things about this movie that makes it the dark horse, makes it the underdog, makes it the film that, you know, nobody talks about when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even the guys that do the commercials for the Marvel Cinematic Universe don't talk about it. I mean, it's the only film where the lead actor was recast in the later Marvel Cinematic Universe's movies. I think it's the lowest profiting film in the MCU. Is that right? I don't know. I should have looked up my facts. I'm a terrible vlogger. I should quit. But at the same time, there's so much that I love about this film, including the performances. The villain, I think, is incredibly underrated. I love the Abomination in Tim Roth in this film. Next up, we have Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, honestly, Captain America, the First Avenger, when I first watched it, I didn't think it was all that good. But this time around, it's kind of grown on me a little bit. Probably because I love Winter Soldier so much. But probably because I loved that one so much, it kind of made this one grow a little bit in my eyes. And Chris Evans, alright, this guy, he's honestly my favorite of the MCU characters and actors, to be honest, because he's so good in his role. I just wish this wasn't plagued with montages, just like every other Joe Johnston film. You know, just tell the story. You know, maybe have a montage. That's all you need. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, the plot and some story beats might be very similar to that of the Avengers, but at least most of the stuff that they do in this film works. It's just such a really good movie. Next up, we have Iron Man. That's right, Iron Man. To this day is still one of the best superhero movies to ever be made. And again, this was the first one I watched, and I kind of forgot how much I loved it. I mean, just watching it over again, I'm like, wow, this is a lot better than I remembered. It's kind of weird. And lastly, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I don't know what the hell Marvel did. I don't know how they did it, but they have made not only my favorite film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but my favorite Marvel movie and one of my favorite superhero movies, period. Though I do find it odd that they spoil who the Winter Soldier is on the back of the freaking Blu-ray. Plus, they probably just figured most people already kind of knew anyway. It's like the whole Darth Vader thing, like everybody already knows who Darth Vader is, So there you go. That is my rankings of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films thus far, and when Avengers comes out, I'll actually review it this time. So anyways, in the comment section underneath my face, let me know what you guys think of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Where do you place them? Which one's is your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? And again, feel free to express whatever opinions you want, because that's just how I roll. I don't care what you think. I'm just glad you think things. But I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, I'll do this more often now that I have this cool little thing. And, yeah. Bye-bye!